for the first time with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, Defiance. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, one and all. As we are jumping into our fresh best of 3. Jumping into our second last series of the broadcast. We still have 2 more series left. We have Yen versus MasTeR, and we also have YanXII versus Ducklings. So 2 more matches remaining. And here we go in the top right hand corner. We do have the Brazilian Protoss player, the #1 seed of the tournament for Team Hellfire. It is MasTeR. Ranked at #1 in the circuit. And in the bottom left hand corner we have the Brazilian Terran player, the blue Terran. It is Yan, also for Team Hellfire. Fun fact, these 2 players are actually really good friends. They actually did debut at around the same time as well, you know, around like 2020-ish era of StarCraft, 2019. I would say that in the beginning they were very close in skill, but over time, over the years, I mentioned before that specifically I want to say over the past 2 years, Yen has been on a hiatus, or he's been very inactive. He plays every now and then, but not as regularly as he used to. But MasTeR, he didn't back off. MasTeR didn't go on hiatus. MasTeR, he stuck around, and I mean, it was worth it in the end. Like MasTeR, he did level up quite heavily to the point where at the moment I would say he is the best Protoss in Brazil, and arguably the best Protoss player in all of Latin America. MasTeR, he improved quite a lot. And Yan, he more or less kind of stayed a little bit more stagnant. Like, Yan is still a GM, don't get me wrong. Like, he's still one of the best players in Brazil. But at one point, these 2 were more rivals. Nowadays, less so. Still good friends, though. Still good friends. Do have Yen going for his economic opener, going for a Rax expand. Meanwhile, MasTeR back at home going for a gate, a cyber into Nexus. As we settle into a big shout out to Ryu. Papi God. Thank you so much, Ryu, for the raid. Gracias, papi, gracias. Buenas noches, buenas noches. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you played minimal TFT. Ryu. God damn it. But good to see you, papi. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Hope you had a good time. Hope the smudge was minimal. And welcome to the Brazilian StarCraft 2 circuit, El Circuito Brasileiro, papi. Brasileiro. We are in the group stage. We're currently in Group D, and there are a couple of matches remaining here. We have our fresh best of 3 ready for you. And if you're a fan of Zerg, don't you worry. We got some Zerg after this. Do have a little bit of Zerg later. But now they're settling in. Yo, one of these days we'll cast Ryu in a tournament again. One day, papi, one day. Well, we'll get him in. We'll get him in. Not in this tournament. This is only for Brazilians, but maybe in the next HSL. I would love to see Ryu in the next Hispanic StarCraft League. Potentially. Cool. As for now, calming down, we do have our Twilight Council opener at a MasTeR going to blink. He does have his 2 gates set up, but I say 2, getting up to 3 for sure. Cab for HSL, pack for HSL, maybe. Did you see Vortex? Vortex came back for HSL, which was crazy. Vortex. He got 2nd place. He beat Cham and he got 2nd place to Juanito special. Was crazy. Vortex again. Finals, yeah. Go to the finals. I don't know if you saw, but he's very old school with his play. Like in ZVT, like a Lodling Bay Muta, a lot of all-ins. Very old school. It was really cool to see. As we do have Yen opening up with his Mind Drop, but alas, MasTeR is in position. Remember, MasTeR, he did open up 3-gate Blink, a much safer style here at a MasTeR, going for a bit of a later 3rd base, but a 3rd nonetheless. And Yen is still looking for a way in. Still looking for a way in. MasTeR, he does push out. He's got his War Prism to reinforce across the map. He has very little to defend back at him, so there's potential for damage, but it's only 1 Widowmine. Only one mine. MasTeR making his way towards the main. MasTeR, he reacts in time, and the mine shot does not go off. When the wind mine is going to go down. Takes down a Stalker. Meanwhile, MasTeR, he blinks into the main. Where is the tank? There is none. Deep of the add-on goes down. Factory production under fire. It's getting out of hand. As MasTeR, he blinks out. And MasTeR, he doesn't do anything critical in the main, but what he did do is snipe the tech lab. Now, there's no tech lab on the factory. There is no more tank production. There's only one tank left for Yan. And MasTeR, he can just rotate down. Ooh, tank shot going off. He rotates down to low ground. Tank is going to be out of range. The bunker should fall. Oof. And now it's just Vanilla Marine. Vanilla Marine's here. Oh, the Raven gets sniped. And these trades are brutal. Yeah, and he's holding, but these are expensive losses. Losing the Raven, losing the medevac, the bunker. And that tech lab. And MasTeR is not stopping. He's not stopping. He's not slowing down. Yeah, and he's barely hanging on. Tries to push in, but remember, he has no stim, he has no combat, he has nothing. He has no support for the Marines. And these are insane trades here. Almost every Marine going down. Boy's now being pulled. And Yan, he's holding, he's surviving, but he loses so many units in the process. At what cost, Bappy? At what cost? Ay, ay, ay. And MasTeR is chilling. He's on 62 workers. He's on a 3-base economy. Charge on the way, +1. Bay on the horizon as well for Colossus. Does face check, does run into the tank. Jumping towards the main. And YanXII just showing off that bay. Showing off the would-be Colossus. Oof, likewise drops into the main, delays the CC. The command center. Likewise, it threatens the main. Behind this, you see 2-base ghost production out of Yan. Okay, let's go. Oh god, these are still just brutal trades though. Losing another medevac. And you can see here, yeah, the economic advantage in favor of MasTeR, heavily in favor of MasTeR. With this 3rd base fully saturated, 4th base is now on the way. MasTeR looking very in form. And MasTeR's just chilling. Behind this, Colossus production's underway. Really, MasTeR's just waiting for Yan's move out. And I don't really see Yan moving out anytime soon just because of all his losses. He's split out just so much of his army already. So he's still trying to build up. MasTeR getting ready for his Zealot run by. Stretching on the left-hand side. Nice mine shot, very nice. As the prism is denied, but the Colossus have arrived. Trying to force their way in. That's still a lot of bio though. Shout out to Yan, who's built up a hefty amount of Marines and Marauders. They'll say something to the mineral line. MasTeR pushing on the right hand side. Oh my god, he just melts the bio. But he respects the Vikings. Let's get another 9 SCV kills. I say 9, getting up to even more than that. 10, 11, 12. Oh god, oh god, it's only one zealot. No, it's only one. 14 SCVs. There's more where that came from. Behind this, MasTeR going for a second robo, disruptor production, getting to 2-2 upgrades. MasTeR just maintaining his lead. I'm still impressed that Yan has a comparable army, and he may just be forced into an all-in. Like, the best fights that Yan can hope for is MasTeR pushing into him, into his defensive line, into his production. So far, MasTeR is maxing out. I mean, really, both players are. Both players are maxing. Because Yan is on 3 bases and because he cannot take a 4th, his supply is actually going to be a little bit larger. As he has a super maxed army. Takes down a Colossus. Ooh, Nova does connect, though. Yeah, it takes down a Ghost, takes down a hefty amount of player. Zealot Run by does distract. You can see Yan being pulled apart. MasTeR, he has an economy. He can afford these trades. Yan cannot. It was impressive that Yan built up this army, but again, like, he doesn't have much longevity here. Oh, the Nova! Oh my god, doesn't get the Ghost. He wants it. There we go. 3 Ghosts going down. A brutal connection. Another Nova. Oh my god, another connection. DTs are coming from behind. Thankfully, there's a scan. But a messy fight here. Vikings force to land, and Novas, they punish the Vikings. And GG gets called. MasTeR, he will take the first game. He will take a lead in the series. Ooh, GG. Does take a lead. And again, it was impressive that Yan was able to fight back the way that he did and build up an army, but that was his only army. As we mentioned, like, he had no 4th base, he had no economy. It was one and done there for Yan. And we saw that MasTeR was able to just have his way with him with those disruptors, with those purification overs, the zealot round buys as well. After the rough early game, Yan just couldn't keep up. Like, if you weren't here for the start of the game, Yan, he just had a really rough start, losing a lot of tech, losing a lot of units. The Raven, the Medevac, the Tech Lab, so many Marines as well. Like, the 3-gate bling aggression of MasTeR was very successful. And now we're getting ready for game number 2. Don't know the scene well enough. What MR level is this? This is like maybe 5.6k, 5.7. Like, these are pros, or at least semi-pros. They used to be a lot more full-time back in the day, especially Yan. I mentioned this before, but Yan, he used to be a lot more committed to the game. But then, you know, he got into high school. And started focusing on his studies. So Yan, he's less practiced than he used to be, like maybe 2-3 years ago. But MasTeR, he has committed to the game. He has been spending more time practicing, improving, and there's a reason why nowadays MasTeR, he is the best Protoss in Brazil, and arguably the best Protoss in Latin America. Arguably, of course, Mute has something to say about that. Mute is up there as well. Getting ready. As looks like game 2 is going to be on Abyssal Reef. Let's go. Yeah, all good, all good. All good. Right now we're in the group stage. We're in the group stage of the Brazilian StarCraft 2 circuit. So because of that, in some of the other groups, we were actually featuring some Masters players, some lower ranked players. But specifically here in Group D, this is the group of death. Like Group D, we've got pure GMs. Some, of course, higher ranked than others, but all GM nonetheless. They could all threaten each other. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Abyssal Reef, we have the Brazilian Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Team Hellfire, the #1 ranked player in the circuit. It is MasTeR. Waiting for the zoom. There it is. Ah, beautiful. #1. And spawning. In the top left-hand corner, we have his good dear friend. We have the Brazilian Terran player, the Blue Terran, also representing Team Hellfire, rank #7. It is Yan. Here we go. So we are jumping into game #2. You can see the history between these two players as well. 75% in favor of MasTeR. Again, back in the day, back many years ago, these two were much closer in skill. Very close and very neck and neck, I would say, actually, as they both kind of came into the scene at around the same time. But in modern StarCraft, MasTeR, he has eclipsed Yan when it comes to that. Has been able to kind of skyrocket ahead. And is now coming in as arguably even the favored player to win the entire tournament. I did mention the group stage earlier. For those that may be tuning in for the first time, this is the Brazilian StarCraft 2 circuit. This is the group stage. This is the online group stage. The Brazilian scene did come together, did crowdfund, did book a venue, and the playoffs. There's going to be an offline portion of this tournament in the playoffs in Sao Paulo. So they did book a venue. They also are helping to pay for travel for the players as well. And there is going to be an offline finals here in June. So still a ways away, next month. Until the offline finals, though, we do have the online portion, which is the group stage, right? To determine who makes it to that offline event. So this is group stage 2. And then we have the double elimination playoff bracket. So there's still a lot to go through to determine who makes it to Sao Paulo. Sort of things where again, the best of the best players in Brazil are facing off in this tournament. You may be, if you're maybe more of a less of a Brazilian fan and more of an international fan, you might be recognizing one player, Kelazar Diego, who is not a part of this tournament. For those that are unaware, Kelazar is actually not in Brazil. Kelazar, quite a number of years ago, did actually travel and is staying in Europe. I believe in Norway. I keep forgetting. It's either Norway or the Netherlands. It's one or the other. It's one of the N countries. I think it's Norway. I think it's Norway. But Diego, he's been there for a couple of years. Every now and then he does come back home to Brazil to visit his family, like for holidays, for Christmas, things like that. But he only does visit briefly. So for the most part, does spend his time in Europa. So now the adepts are going to be cleaned up. We do have our Twilight Council opener out of Yan. Meanwhile, delayed CC. Sorry, the Twilight Council opener out of MasTeR. Delayed CC for Yan. Now going for his expansion, moving out with his initial Reaper Hellion, and MasTeR does fully wall off at the natural. Once again, going 3-gate blink. If Yan can cook, so can you. See what you did there, I guess. I mean, Yan is really talented, like, especially in the early years. Like, Yan as a 15-year-old player, he was popping off. It was crazy. As you mentioned, like, after that, did focus on high school, did focus on, his studies. There we go. Widowband drop into the natural. So if our MasTeR does pull away in time. Oh! And it will lose one probe here. One probe goes down. Hellions, they come in from behind though, not bad. Take another worker, but only one. And we do see Yan's follow-up here, going into Banshee play. No cloak. Vanilla Banshees out of Yan. Tank production as well. He's building up back at home. MasTeR claiming his third. And is moving out. Now, we saw how much damage this move out did last game from MasTeR, as he was able to just pull Yan apart and wreak havoc. So Prism's moving in. Remember, he can warp in 3 Stalkers at a time. And with that high ground vision, with that Warp Prism, he can go into the main. You can blink into said main base. Across the map, Yan getting into the main as well, I believe with his Reapers, but is cleaned up. Let's go down. MasTeR, I believe he was forced to warp in defensively back at home. And what do we have to defend? We have 1 Banshee and a tank at the natural. What is the main looking like, though? Uh-oh. The main is exposed. And once again, he's going for the production, going for the tech lab, denying any more tank production. The tech lab is going to be sniped. Banshee under fire. Gets a Banshee. Gets a medevac. Oh, these are brutal pickoffs. He can get the tank as well. Gets the tank. Gets the hell out of here. Boys are being pulled. There's a recall. And MasTeR does get away. That was insane damage. Got a Banshee, medevac, tank, and the tech lab as well, which means tank production is delayed. And Yan is pushing. Yan, he's moving out. He has to move out across the map. He has to do something here. MasTeR looking to intercept. A couple of boys are being pulled. A lot of boys, actually. As MasTeR, he does focus on another one of those Banshees. And the Cyclone. There's 1 tank left. And remember, these are vanilla Marines. There's no stim. There's no stim. There's no combat shields. The Marines are only here to buffer, to support. Let's take down the Stalker. Yan trying to get across the map. MasTeR doing such a great job at just picking away at the army. Just nibbling away at the forces until there's almost nothing left. Alright, now we have 2 shield batteries ready. Shield batteries are set. More boys have arrived. He goes for the final tank, and the tank goes down. Massive pickoff. And without the tank, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Just vanilla Marines. So far, the control is good. Blinks back, bleeds out a couple of Stalkers, but he falls back to the shield batteries. And yeah, from here he's fine. He can maintain himself. Here comes an extra warp in. Picking off 12 SCVs. And we run out of steam. GG gets called. MasTeR, he will take the series 2-0, taking down Yan, and I believe securing himself in first place in the group. GG. GG, well played. Whew, MasTeR, he will take the 2-0. Impressive play there. Impressive performance. Just pulling Yan apart time and time again with his 3-gate blink aggression. Time and time again, able to get into the main base, able to catch out Banshees, tanks wherever he can. And Yan had just said he was all in. At the end of the game, he was all in completely. And despite the all in, he couldn't really get across the map. By the time he did, he barely had anything left, anything remaining. He had 1 tank, he had a handful of Marines. Not enough. Not enough. GG, well played. Now we have 1 series left here in the group. 1 final match. It's going to be a best of 3 between YanXII and Ducklings. Let's go. We have YanXII and Ducklings facing off in a Protoss vs Zerg to determine the final standings of the group. After this match, after this series, we'll be going over the Wikipedia page, we'll be going over the group standings, and we'll be able to figure out where everyone is and who has made it to the playoffs.